You're in class. The teacher asks a question. Questions can have any answer, though there's one answer I've heard on multiple occasions used for multiple questions. Google. Google it. Google's got this. Google knows everything. Or Bing or Yahoo or whatever all-knowing magical search engine you know. But what if, and get ready for the shocker, Google doesn't know? Or Bing or Yahoo, the information just doesn't exist in the format you want it. What happens then? I've actually heard people say on multiple occasions that they didn't complete an assignment because you can't Google that. How am I supposed to do this if I can't Google it? How dare you, teacher, ask that I actually use that 3-pound mass inside my head? It's happy doing nothing. I really hope that sounds as dumb to you as it does to me. Google may not always have the answer, but I think we can agree that it does most of the time. This is a huge amount of information, and network science is how we make sense of all of this information. Network science is a new emerging field that studies complex system connections and systems. So what happens if the information doesn't exist, hot, fresh, and ready to go? Enter research. Research itself is a process of gathering and processing information in order to build upon what is already known. My name is Juan, and this year I had the pleasure of participating in NetSci High, a comprehensive group of high school students that conduct research projects focusing on network science. Throughout my group's research, we have found many interesting things about proteins, DNA, and epithelial viruses. But if there's one thing that really took me by surprise this year, it was the quantity and quality of information we had gathered. And I'll point out, nobody can teach you the answer to a research question. If you don't know what 2 plus 2 is, somebody, or a calculator maybe, should know. However, nobody knows the answer to your research question. This, in essence, forces you to learn and to figure it out. Google, or Bing or Yahoo, becomes nothing more than just a pathway that helps you get to the tools you need that, when put together with raw knowledge and information, becomes the answer you're looking for. Our modern educational model says that students are supposed to sit in a classroom and scarf down as much information that the teacher throws at you as possible. If you missed anything, oh well, make it up at some point and hope for the best. Obviously, we have managed to make this seem much more convoluted than it may seem. But when it's simplified, it seems like it's missing some things. Like sponges absorbing water, some people are better at absorbing information than others. But what if you can't absorb the right amount of information with our modern educational model? What do you do if you just so happen to not work well with the model? The system fails you, or rather, you fail at the system. That's a problem. With a research-oriented educational model, students are responsible for retrieving their own information. People value their possessions more when said possessions have been worked for. I value much more a small amount of information I have taken time and energy to gather than if I had just been handed this information and expected to learn it. Throughout my research, I have not had to raise my hand at all to answer questions, hand in any homework assignments, or write anything down, with the exception of a daily log. Yet I feel that I have learned more this way than in any other conventional classroom. With time, hopefully the leaders in charge of our education will understand that copying notes from a computer screen is no different than writing it from one of those 30-pound projectors. But making me find information myself rather than hand it to me on a silver platter, I'll remember that so much better. Basically, I'm saying it's not where we get our information from, it's how we get that information. Many might ask, can research really be as good as our current educational model? That's not the point I'm trying to make. Research is not supposed to be as good as our current model. It's supposed to be better. Want proof? Google it, or Bing it, or Yahoo it.